Welcome back, folks, to Pix TV. I'm yours, Pix, as usual. So, we're on our weekly Mumbai. Obviously, it's a train, so train one. Starts with two bridges, no further bridges are offered. Start with four roundabouts. Houses and destinations can appear anywhere. Oh, no zoning. That's an absolute nightmare. If that's the case, then we want to use these as, shall we say, um, sort of blockers. If you keep the word there and not with a K instead of a B, but never mind. Let's speed this up, even though it doesn't. The trains never seem to feel that fast. I don't know why. Our station is technically a lot more tolerant. There we go. No, I'll leave that there. I'll just put that there. I think we get two, but I think that's classed as the second one, so we shouldn't get any more the first week. I mean, at least you can actually, right there. So we're right on the cusp of the second week. Now, we can't do much about sort of zoning. What we can do is use the roundabouts as a zone. That is going to be better served from here. This is going to be better served from here. And all is well with the world. I know it's an unusual setup I've done, but I'm using the roundabouts as the blockers, or at least stop them getting too close. Because there's zoning involved, but you can force the zone to be questionable. And by that I mean like force it not to zone to a degree. They still have to abide by the same rules. And by that I mean, well, they have to, in a sense, not be too, they can't go on here, and they can't go on a house, and they can't go on a road. You know what I mean? They can connect to a road, but they can't go on a road. In other words, they couldn't split this road in two, even though there's a thing there. So we need to use that. If we can't, if the zoning's turned off, then we need to be a bit more. Is it the word pushy, or try to be a bit more sly with what we're trying to do, and then fix what we break or the lack of. Now, this is going to come. So this cannot have anything on, as you can see here, because it's a system. Now, there's nothing against doing this. It's a bit unorthodox and long, but it is what it is. That's better. But I don't need to get rid of the first house on the dark ring. Well, in fact, I don't even need to do it now, so I can actually take that out and send this. Yeah, let's just connect. Sometimes a roundabout just do a better connection than the. It's neater. That should then send that and not that, but I'm not going to get rid of it for obvious reasons. I could put this back as a blocker again. That. So it can only go here. Now, if it's going to go here, I don't want it to be butt up against anything. So I'll allow it to go up there. I will allow you to go where I want you to go, not where you want to go. And this section here. We have another roundabout. We have Motorway. Now, I suppose I could store it up. Yeah, let's store the motorway up. We only want to use it when we want to use it. Well, that just makes sense, doesn't it? But actually, no. Now, we want to use it here. I wish it wouldn't do that. For some reason, when it's got that, it gets highly confused. Look at that. It should take this one, it's already there, into account. Now, if I stop now and do that, now it works itself out now. This then will not, it'll probably go to a large one. That's the disadvantage. Now we've got the train going again. I think I'm interested in sending this to there, which obviously lowers that. Now we've still got this, and we've still got one there. There's no reason why I can't keep that there. Reduce that out. I'll do that. Right, yeah, see, I thought yellow would be... yellow's there, but I don't particularly like it that way. It's a bit weird, but it'll do. If it needs another one, that's what I'm doing now for. I can use this like there. Is it blah blah blah? Is it that gives me I'll take a roundabout. I'm going to use the roundabout as a blocker again. And I want to keep it away from there. See, it's doing its job by pushing. See, this can then go over there. This is brilliant because it can. I can use that. Now, if I do that again, and then I do that. Why on earth do we have blues? Nowhere near. The problem being is this, is because it can get there faster. I have a sneaky feeling that this will go as a bigger business. If that happens... Oh, now that one's done it. Now that's a bit of a problem. I can, yeah, that's not really solved, but it would be more beneficial if that one was going there. Although it is going over the track. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll take the motorway again. I'd be quite interested in putting this over here, actually. I was going to do that, but it's a station. Stations don't tend to be a bit... They don't tend to want a lot, if you get what I mean. Now, that's going to be a pain. It's not going to be a pain for this side. That's not going to make much of a difference as I put that way, is it? That's going to have to go upwards. There's just no other reason. Well, I suppose there is. We could go this way. Then we could go... Now, bearing in mind, I've put this off anyway. That could then come down and go across. Bearing in mind, I don't need that connected. It's a bit slow, so we're going to have to keep an eye on this. If it needs an extra, we're going to have to connect this into here. Although I can't directly do it, so I sort of have to go like that. If you get what I mean. Although I didn't want to do that, but it did it anyway. I can't connect that into there. Although I could send a roundabout, but I don't have any roundabouts. No roundabouts. Let's have that, because that's closer. And that's quite a long stretch. I've not really done this idea before. I was thinking about it the other day that if I did that, see that can go straight up to there. Use them over the railway. Now here's a predicament. We only get 10, so this might be now starting to be a bit of a problem. Blue. Well, blue can come from there. That's fine. I'm now going to put this one in. This is on its own, so it'll reduce the burden on that one. In fact, actually, if I did this, this blue would be on its own self. I could also... I've got 13 left. 13. Actually, that's not going to do nothing, is it? I can't connect that through there. That's the other. Roundabout traffic light. We can use the roundabout as a blocker again. We could re-engineer this to do something. Traffic lights. No. I don't really need a traffic light, do I? Not yet, anyway. I mean, that would be the only... I mean, yeah, I can put it down here, I suppose. Use it as a blocker. I've just noticed, though, that that's needing a lot more. Let's do that. And let's just push this up here. This, because it's not doing nothing. It will go to that. It's got no option but to go to that. And then now we'll just reduce them three out. The only option I've got is to put the blue. I can't get the blue around. That's the problem. But I'd like it to connect to one that I'm not actually using, which would be this one. Well, this is the closest one anyway, so that'll send out two, which is the two that needs. I can't get it round to connect it into this to push this down. If that does get busier, I'll push this blue, or I could use this blue. Because what I'd do is, if I do that, I've got this back. And then I can always have that up there. I'm not trying to overdo it until I need to overdo it. Because sometimes if you put too many in, they will then go to a big one, and then you've got, like, problems. Major problems. I go for... I can't get that over there. I still need a lot more to get down to here. I'll go for a roundabout again. I'll use it as a blocker to stop it from trying to make anything at this angle, in this here. This is a major problem because I don't have anything to get over there. Well, that's not true. If I take this out, because clearly these are not going down there, that one could come up there, which means this has got a 3. It's only wanting 1. For now, I'll send this on its merry way. I'll put that into there, and then we'll have more into that. That one can come out to set itself to there. That now is going to have one of these or both of these. It's already got one there, but it's not using it. So I'm keeping an eye on that blue. The yellow is going to struggle. The only way to solve that would be to connect this in to come down here. That gives these access to go over there to help this out. I will choose the motorway. What would be beneficial is if I do this. Now I connect this one, and this one in, and that'll help that. That one is not bad. I'll do that. Blue's struggling. Right, blue's definitely struggling. But I don't have a lot of blues right next to each other. Now I can tip this one. That'll solve that one. Oh yeah, you've got to sort of like send it up like that because you can't get it to go. I don't want to do it directly. Don't mind doing it indirectly. The problem here is I don't have. Yeah, this one needs to come in as well, so that's 2. This one needs to come in as well, so that's more going to there. That'll reduce that quite substantially. What a weird connection, that's right round there. We have absolutely no way of getting that easy over to this. And it's gonna go, it's gonna go, thing, alright, right, pause. That will send it through there. That will send it through there. That then needs to come through here. It's the only, I can't get this over because I just don't have the, infrastructure to be able to get it over there. That's now reduced that quite substantially. And it has worked. Right, you just do that. You can do that as well. Off this. This is an absolute nightmare of, although you could say, well, you caused it yourself, big, but I did. But zoning is a real. But that's the first time I've seen an actual a station go like that. I've never seen that before, or I've never noticed it. Maybe when I've been trying to play. That will get reduced. That should be okay because they're just too right close. If you can get through the 1,000, you're okay. You can sort of manage it. Pause that. Oh, that's it. That's it. We're on a. I don't think I can do it. Yeah. As soon as I pressed the space bar, that was it. Well, that's pretty disappointing, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out pixdayway.com for all the usually latest videos of the week, and we've got a lot this week. If you like bar, if you've never seen Beyond All Reason, it's an RTS game. But I'm actually playing on the ladder this time, so I'm actually, if the ladder's game's on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, where you'll get 2 videos. You'll get like this, like a retrospective of me playing, and you'll get actually me playing it as well. So that way you can see the 2 different videos. It's unusual, nobody tends to do it like that, but I just thought you can see one side of it and another side of it, you know? But anyway. That's it. We'll see you again. Well, for this, we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.